You know what's crazy? Major epiphany moments I'm having today. We go on our spiritual journey, literally not knowing what the hell is going on, why we're going through it, why us, why do I gotta deal with this, why. All these whys lead us on a search that we don't even really understand, right? It leads us into the unknown. So I was called to live my life with a purpose of service, right? In however way that shows up for me, to be of service, to be used. And in doing so, the divine has allowed me to see many things. And so, star seeds out here, there's a reason why, you came into this life and you felt disconnected, right? There's a reason why you felt like you didn't belong here. There's a reason why you felt orphaned. There's a reason why you felt, the lack of love. And oftentimes it's us that have to go through these challenges to realize that, we're born into this world one way, but sometimes we're meant to become something else, right? And so for me on my journey, I've learned that I'm a twin flame, and ultimately I thought, the twin flame journey was that of love. It is. But like I've said so many times, the twin flame journey is ultimately the journey of self-love and healing, right? And once we get to a certain level of healing, we're called to be a healing vessel for our counterpart if they're open to receive us. And that's how you know that the calling is greater, is when God asks you to be of service to this degree. And it's because another level of ascension has to occur. For us hierarchy twins, we're to realize who we are and what the twin flame journey actually means. And when we talk about, the soul tribe, and it's so crazy how my name is Unique Soul Tribe, and how that is a soul family. And when you think about the true meaning of the soul family, you guys twins, you got to understand we are called to be spiritual beings living a human experience. So everything we are experiencing in our physical reality is merely a mirror to show us how we should change our spiritual life to attune so that our physical reality matches better with the dreams that we see, the visions that we get. It's all literally about tipping things upside down, because we got to understand as above first, so below. And the reason why a lot of things aren't showing up the way we want them to in our physical reality is because we are still looking at things in a way of being a physical person, right? But we are more than that. So for me, my ascension has shown me who my true family is, my divine lineage, my divine blood, my ancient Egyptian ancestors. Who are my ancestors, right? I'm learning more, I'm tapping in more, and I'm realizing who is my true, my how I came here, right? I've always felt like, disconnected from my blood family, right? And I've had to do so much work with clearing, generational curses, so that way I could step into my divine lineage, right? My divine inheritance. And now a divine inheritance comes into play when you do a certain amount of spiritual work, right? And you work closely with the divine realm, okay? So for me, I remember I had ties to certain Egyptian queens and goddesses, right? And there is this one queen who I learned my connection to. And that, my rebirth on my twin flame mission was to find out who my true soul tribe is, my true soul family is, my true divine family, meaning my true divine mother, my father, my siblings. You understand? Now, when we talk about this, you guys have to understand this is deeper than a lot of people realize, and this is why this magic was done, so that the true chosen ones would never tap into the real divinity that is there. And this is not a hoax, this is not taboo, this is real life. There are real life gods and goddesses walking out here that need to be awoken to who they are, okay? And so a lot of these passed on pharaohs, gods, goddesses, they had children. And their children are the ones who are supposed to wake up to the lineage, the legacy, where they come from, why they're divine, the ancestors that don't play about you, who they are. Because a lot of you guys are the children, the descendants of these royal ancient Egyptian ancestors. And so that's what I'm learning about myself, or what I have. And I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned a lot about my twin, and I've learned a lot about, where I'm from. And I'm not going to divulge all that. but this is how deep it goes. So when we talk about, okay, we have a lot of 3D people in our lives that we feel are supposed to support us and they don't. When we get to a certain level on our spiritual journey, we are introduced to our true family, right? We live many, many lifetimes, and maybe every lifetime we come back to find our family. Maybe every lifetime our ancestors chose us to wake up, to find them so that they could be free, so that they could be set free, and so that they could rest. Maybe this is the journey. Maybe this is why we're told not to give up and to hold the vision, to not think that the things that we see are unreal, but to realize that we're tapped in and we're connected to something greater than ourselves. And maybe we are called to bridge the gap. We are called to be those descendants, those heirs to the throne that so often people forget were written down, talked about. 555, transformation is here for many people. This is how you will know. There are not many people that are at this level in the healing journey that are actual true twins, okay? And so what I need you guys to know right now is I am as I say I am. I am a true twin flame. And I do have a true twin flame mission to enlighten twins to the trueness of the journey. And as I said before, as you guys study your history and your lineage, you will see why you are connected to those you are connected to in this lifetime. You will see why the familiarity is there, why the past life soul connection is there, why it's so strong, why the bond is so tight, why it's so unbreakable. It's because you guys are literally family. You guys have to understand the way, the pharaohs, the kings, the gods, the goddesses, the queens, royalty lived back then, okay? And it will make a lot of sense as to why this isn't making sense now, why the connections are so strong. And as you continue to research, you will see why, and it will make sense. So for me, I'm really tapping in. I'm really learning things, right? And there's so many things that I've learned about how my parents, right? Now we got to talk about this. I'm a physical person. I am Kayla, right? I'm unique, but my soul and spirit, right, is someone else. And so for me, 725 on the time, 7-7, wow. My journey was to find out who my soul and spirit was, to wake up to who my soul and spirit was, to free my soul and spirit. Because see, my soul and spirit is connected to other souls and spirits that were waiting on me to rebirth, to come home to self. It's so much bigger than a lot of people realize. But for all of those who have come up against me and the things that I've been trying to understand and learn, because I've been learning too, I've been on a quest for knowledge, a hunt for the truth, a piece that I need to find to be okay, to make it all make sense, and I'm finding it. And I'm sure the rest of the pieces of the puzzle will come together. But things are starting to make sense, and I wanted to share this with you guys because a lot of you guys out there are having those awakenings as well. If you're not, you soon shall. 8:28 on the time. Have a good one.